want to try to make these videos as background friendly as possible, as I want to keep posting on the channel during the off season while not distracting myself too much from school. There probably would just be gameplay of myself or NRG playing, so throw this in the background or enjoy the video and let's have some casual conversation. FNS and S0M went live on Twitch today and announced their move to the reserve roster for NRG's Valorant team, until they can find a new team or their contracts expire. On stream, they expressed that they were looking to build a new roster from the ground up. FNS cited being very unhappy with the results they had gotten this year, and that he doesn't want to play with the Crshies and Victor anymore because they are no longer winning. I don't think this comes as any malice, but I just think that they don't want to play with each other mutually. Before we get into my opinions on the matter, let's go and recap how we got here to begin with. Last year we saw one of the greatest rosters of all time in Optic take the scene by storm. Crshies, Victor, FNS, Marved, and Ye were the best team in North America, bar none. They won Masters Reykjavik, placed third at Copenhagen, and second at Champions, losing to the other all-time squad, Loud. Riot then made the announcement that Valorant would no longer operate in an open ecosystem for VCT, and only partner teams would be allowed to participate in Tier 1 Valorant. Over the months, we got some confirmation that Optic, the organization, would not be a partner team, and that they were never in consideration of being a Tier 1 partner. The Optic roster was officially disbanding. Ye got an offer from Cloud9 to play with Vanity, Zappa, and Leaf, and with over $1 million in salary, El Diablo would leave the squad. Then Marv would announce that he would be retiring from competitive play to focus on his degree and being a computer scientist. 2 down, 3 to go. There was a glimmer of hope for old Optic fans, as NRG had picked up the contracts of Crshies, Victor, and FNS. We were not done yet, boys. We still had the core, and many fans were excited to see how this would pan out. We got the news that NRG would be adding S0M to the roster, and I think a lot of people were unsure of why such an unknown player was being picked up. But this wasn't an issue because NRG would then pick up the star player from EMEA, Artis. Many fans were elated because this was as close as a replacement of Ye that you could get. Artis had been the star player for FUM plus Phoenix and even won Masters Copenhagen. So now, we have a semblance of the old Optic core. How did they perform? At lock-in, they played against Koi and Giants, and you could see there was a bit of lack of chemistry between Artis and the rest of the team, but they still managed to win. S0M, on the other hand, seemed to have fit the mold perfectly and slotted right into the spot Marved had left open. Unfortunately, this would not be enough to beat Loud, who also went through some similar changes at the beginning of the season. During America's season, NRG started off very slowly with a 1-4 record, and many people were losing faith on this roster. Important note is that they were trying to fiddle around with some of their roles, but the old ones seemed to work better for everybody. So NRG adjusted, and they were able to win the next 5 games in a row and qualify for playoffs. In playoffs, they showed why they were one of the best teams and made it all the way to the finals, and then proceeded to lose to Loud 0-3. And this is when things started to get worse. At Masters Tokyo, while they had a great showing, they were nowhere to the level that we expected from the squad. They made it through groups like everyone assumed, but got obliterated by the lock-in winners Fnatic. They won versus DRX and Team Liquid, but then they lost in the lower semis to PaperX. The worst part is, PaperX had a substitute player, so an embarrassing loss, but surely this won't happen again, right? Well, NRG lost in the group stage of Champions twice to Bilibili Gaming, and to say that for us fans it was a disappointment is an understatement. The immediate response was for us to blame Artis and say that he's going back to EMEA, but do you think that we are just holding on to a dream that won't happen? I know most people want the Optic reunion to happen, but at this point I just think that they're done. Ye unironically fell off during his run in Challengers. Marved, although decent in Sentinels, never showed the Iceman we dubbed him to be, and I think now FNS, Crshies, and Victor are also just done playing with each other. They would rather try to find a new winning formula than to recreate the magic of a different system, meta, and time. I think we should be grateful that we did get to see Optic at its prime and be happy that our team got to have its moment under the sun. These boys got me and many others into the scene, and I and others will probably always be grateful for that. With that being said, I am looking forward to whatever every member of Optic does in the future. Ye, I'm sure we'll be back. Marv is still screaming with pros. FNS and S0M are looking to start a new team from the ground up, and Crshies and Victor seem to be doing the same with NRG. So let's welcome Rostermania and have fun with it. That being said, if you enjoyed the content and enjoyed this style of video, make sure to hit me with a like, sub, or even just your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.